I guess.
Good evening, race
So,
fans. Welcome into race number 10 of LSRL, the Texas 100, the regular season finale here this evening. 100 laps with a stage break at lap number 40, three tire sets and two green-white checkers to settle it. And as always, here with my co-commentator Art up in the booth. How we doing tonight?
doing pretty great. Back in my home state at probably one of the least liked tracks on the NASCAR circuit. So we're just here to have a good time.
We're going to see what these LSRL boys can do. They've had a great season thus far. 10 or 9 very clean, very interesting races. Tire strategy. We're going to see what they can turn Texas into here this evening. Going to be a tight battle for these top 8 positions heading into next week's playoff opener. Well, let's get you right into the final on-track action for practice and get a look at these championship points as we head into tonight's action.
Yeah, that stage caution at lap 40 is going to be pretty big, giving out those final stage points of the season. At least regular season. See if Schwartz can go get some more. Like he's, done the entire season? I don't believe he's made those risky strategy calls the entire season, but lately he's really been on it.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get a look here at your championship standings as they entered into tonight. Jonathan Schwartz currently 8 points ahead of Randy Arms, so that'll be the battle for the regular season championship. That's pretty much 1 and 2. Tight battle for third, Josh Lambert and Glenn Murphy Jr. And then John Furness and Corey Blevins will be settling it amongst themselves for fifth. Tony Scarbo, Ryan Tiller, Adam Kilday, Eric Shields, and really all the way down to Dylan Bird have a technical shot at that 8th and final position. We got to say, though, if you're Tony Scarbo, you're feeling pretty good. We imagine, with the way the season's played out, it'll come down to Ryan Tiller and Adam Kilday. But obviously, with the strategies we've seen play out this season, we could easily see some of these guys, Michael Davis, Dylan Bird, try and sneak some stage points there. So we'll see how that plays out, and we'll keep an eye on that as we get further and further into the evening. Let's go ahead and get you right into qualifying here for the regular season finale.
Talking about Michael Davis, I don't see him in the session.
Well, that would get him out of the playoff.
Well,
That's
we
for
do
sure.
have Kilday and Eric Shields. And Dylan Bird, if you want to go that far down.
Yeah, I think any one of these guys has a shot if they could come out of here with a win.
Oh, I almost forgot. We can take a nice little look at Ryan Tiller's car while he's on track.
Yeah, absolutely. Celebrating his 3rd anniversary with his wife, Kayla.
Really got to do your best to get a view of the hood. It's special to him.
Let's see what we can do for him here. It's a decent shot. His wedding picture. We'll see if we can get a better angle of it. John Furnass, top of the board, 30.238 thus far. Ken Murphy Jr. Now Jonathan Schwartz slots into that 2nd spot. Let's see what the best camera angle could be here. Yeah, it's probably the best one we're going to get without changing a whole lot. But go ahead and...
I believe Conversations with Helmets inspired by How I Met Your Mother.
There you go. Michael Jeans making a return. Getting those tires warmed up in that 08 machine. Daniel Hashey making his return to Tuesday night action as well. Glad to see it. Jared Lindsay, I believe, making his debut here this evening. We'll see if anyone has a Michael McDowell moment down into turn number 1. Not going to be the 08 of Michael Jeans. I have that correct, though. Jared Lindsay's on a quick lap here. And at a turn 4, catches the wall. Should invalidate his lap with the 0x.
something big to look forward to tonight's going to be Daniel Hashey, who had a terrible night last night. Just no luck in the LCQ. His teammate in the main race just also torpedoed by other incidents that were not caused by him. See how he can get along tonight.
Just a minute left in qualifying, and on board here with Brandon Massey for his second lap. Going to be able to improve in the second sector, but not the first. 30.7, he'll stay in the 14th position. Corey Blevins crosses the line. He'll slot into 14th. Nobody else out on track on a hot lap at the moment. Does look like John Furnass is going to be your pole sitter here this evening. The only other one in the pit lane is Adam Kilday, but he is not rolling off. With 30 seconds left, he'll be unable to get a lap time in. So with that, qualifying will be complete. Again, let's just remind you of how tight these championship standings are before we get into tonight's action.
Kind of surprised not to see Kilday run a lap with how close it is, the battle for 8th position there.
Would give the advantage so far to Jonathan Schwartz in the battle for the regular season championship, qualifying second. Randy Arms down in the 8th position. Josh Lambert and Glenn Murphy Jr. Don't know if we see Josh Lambert in here tonight.
I don't believe Lambert's here.
So that will give the advantage to Glenn Murphy Jr. if he just finishes the race, takes one lap. John Furnass, obviously qualifying on the pole. Advantage to him over Corey Blevins, who's down in the 14th position. And then Tony Scarbo and Ryan Tiller, Adam Kilday, and Eric Shields all fighting for that 8th spot here this evening. Let's go ahead and reload everything. It does not like when we switch between sessions with our championship standings over. So we're going to go ahead and reload everything, and we'll be good to go here for 100 laps. But before we do that, let's get a quick shout out over to the amazing sponsors that make all of this possible here this evening. Massive shout out to Grid Finder, Sim Racer Hub, Wilder Graphics, Sim 3D, and Butt Kicker for coming on board, making all of this possible. Going to be here for an exciting regular season finale. Picks to win as we come through turns number 3 and 4 here tonight, Art.
I feel like it would be pretty hard to go against, one of these top 3 right now. I'm going to go Glenn Murphy Jr.
Give me Jonathan Schwartz to lock up the regular season title tonight. John Furness is going to take that as an insult and win by 34 seconds. But we'll see here. Pace car is off. Makes the hard left turn down pit lane. John Furness going to lead us down with Jonathan Schwartz. Runners outside. We are green for the regular season finale, the Texas 100. Pretty even start between the front four. John Furness will be clear down into turn number 1, side by side for the second position, 48-58. We've seen them battle numerous times this season. 58 trying to follow right in the draft of the 82 of John Furness. You know, that inside line, the preferable way around the racetrack here. 58 will have to slot back into third.
I really thought Shorts would get a little bit more of a run off the high side, but it does not seem to be there.
Corey Blevins already up 2 spots into the 12th position. Travis DeLeon picking up 1 spot on his teammate, almost 3 wide in the back. Nathaniel Landwehr making his 2nd consecutive start this season, only his 3rd start on the season. Ran great at Bristol last week. And way back at the season opener at Daytona, secured himself a top 10, so great to see him back in action. Running right up, right where he picked off.
These front two have started to pull a little bit of a gap on Schwartz in 3rd.
Already 0.6 of a second as Jonathan Schwartz himself is under massive pressure from Michael Jeans in that 08 machine. Single file thus far through the first 3 laps. Closest on-track battle is between these 3rd, 4th, and 5th place cars. Nose to tail pretty much. Got some action further back though.
You can say it's a major plus of LSRL. All the racing is typically clean. It might sound like, oh, they're going single file, but like, we got 100 laps to go.
They're just
everyone's
feeling it out right now, seeing what the tires will give them, seeing how much fuel they have, making their plans. Jared Lindsay's up 2 spots though. Daniel Hashey got out of the groove in turns 1 and 2. Jonathan Mazzela right in the mix as well. Randy Arms. All very fast, very consistent drivers. It'll be hard to force a mistake, but that's what they're trying to do right now. They just apply the pressure, not forcing the issue. Before got a little bit out of the groove there. Gonna eat up his tires if that continues over the course of this long run, so we'll see.
He has a run though, but what's he gonna be able to do with it?
Got into turn number 1. Definitely don't want to be too far off this bottom groove, but he's having a great run on that 2nd lane. He actually might get clear of the 58 there. Well executed move there.
He's pulling the 41 through.
Hard to
he
pass
has the room to get down.
Yeah, very nicely done there from the 4 machine of Dylan Bird, trying to bring Mazzela with him. Side by side through the dog leg. 41 enters a little bit higher. Don't expect him to get the run off this time by. And he might slot in behind Jonathan Schwartz. Yeah, had to lift. Opportunity for Randy Arms to pick up a spot here. Margin's very tight. The 8 car will go through into the 6th position.
Seems like Casey Brown is experiencing some very heavy connectivity issues right now, being asked to pull off.
Actually misses pit road. Eric Shields, another one of these guys having a slight run-in with technology, but he's one of these guys that needs a good night. He's 1 spot ahead of Ryan Tiller. That would not be good enough. Adam Kilday currently in the 19th position. Although early, will need a lot of improvement over the course of the next 91 laps.
Want to hear something kind of funny?
Absolutely.
Josh Lambert has connected to the session.
He just missed it.
He is currently spotting for Dylan Bird.
Randy Arms picking up another spot there on Jonathan Schwartz. Look how Ryan Tiller got around Eric Shields and Samuel Demien. taking advantage of the connectivity issues. Put Ryan into the 9th position. Arms, we just saw, picked up a spot on Jonathan Schwartz. Now Jonathan Mazzella trying to do the same thing. Bring Nathaniel Landwehr with him, but 58 closes off that bottom line, and the 41 will have to wait one more lap. Trying to get through.
I wonder if Schwartz is just trying to play the long game. He likes saving tires, but he's also on those weird alternate strategies where he pits early, gets tires, and goes and wins the stage.
So in all of this, though, John Furnass and Glenn Murphy Jr. had a great side-by-side battle for the lead, consisting of 2 laps. 48 had the preferred inside line. Furnass way up the racetrack. Take a look at how the 48 eventually got through to the lead. Keeping that 48 planted to the bottom side of the racetrack. Eventually able to get clear. Good racing between our top 2. And 2 slots in behind. Now that's allowed Murphy Jr. to build a gap of about half a second. We come to work lap number 13. Got a couple guys struggling with internet connectivity issues. Daniel Hashey was blinking out a bit. Brandon Massey was as well. Hoping it's not iRacing related. Jared Lindsay continuing to pick up spots. Car in the wall, it's Dylan Bird. Right front damage there on the 4 machine. Lose a handful of spots.
Oh, it just did not stick and came up out of the corner hard.
There's Jared Lindsay again. Really deep send in turn number 1. Ryan Tiller wisely gives up the spot. Obviously, he just needs a solid finish, and he'll be the 8th contender in the chase for the playoffs. The 18 ripping that bottom. Put him up 8 spots. Heard it was hard to pass here, and then Joe Lindsay said, hold my beer. 8 spots at Texas in 15 laps. Very impressive thus far in the debut for Jared Lindsay. Battle here for the 17th position. Travis DeLeon in a Flamin' Hot Cheetos Toyota Supra, looking very nice. The CMS guys
beautiful car.
always bring in the very best paint schemes to the track week in and week out, courtesy of Wilder Graphics. 5 runs up the hill a little bit.
It could definitely use like some number styling. I know those are iRacing stamped numbers, but you can play with them. You can have fun with them.
Absolutely. Making me hungry, though. I'll tell you that much. Travis is up 2 spots. Joseph Murata, the man he's trying to track down and pass. He's up 1 spot from the drop of the green flag. Adam Kilday, he's still sitting in the 19th position. Needs a little bit more speed on that 14 Chevrolet Camaro. A lot of time, though, still for the 14 team to get working on that thing. There goes Jared Lindsay again inside of the 66 of Nathaniel Landwehr. He is up 9 spots. Corey Blevins is up 4, your second biggest mover of the evening. Trying to make it 5 spots. Inside of Ryan Tiller through the dogleg. We are approaching halfway through our one and only stage this evening. Samuel Demien trying to sneak through as well. Dylan Bird with that right front damage. He's dropped down to the 13th position. Being pursued by Brandon Massey and Eric Shields, who is having some connectivity issues as well. Also got a right rear damage on that one machine.
Not much of a fight between the 2 and the 4. The damage model on these cars is just tragic.
Very aero dependent, very sensitive, so that cursed 12 and a half, 13 and a half seconds. Be really hurting Dylan Bird and that 4 team until he can get to pit road on lap number 40. You can see though, even with right rear damage, Derek shielding that one drive is right through the inside of him with that. You got that parachute on the right front.
Glenn Murphy Jr. has really opened it up to over second lead on Furness.
Here comes Daniel Hashey trying to pick up a spot as well on the ailing Ford machine. It was not a Budweiser pun, but here we are.
And like they said, alien.
Yeah, year, ale, look at that.
Said it wasn't a pun.
Yeah, but it wasn't intended to be. The 4 car is ailing right now. He's got some damage to get fixed on the next pit stop. Travis DeLeon still all over the back bumper of Joseph Murata for 17th. Trying to get a run off the high side. Maybe do a little bit of a crossover move there.
He had a sneak peek on the inside, but he just didn't take it.
Looks against it. Randy Arms and Michael Jeans battling away for the 3rd position. They are 3.5 seconds behind your race leader. All 21 cars still on track, still on the lead lap.
And Casey Brown vibing by himself after his issues. You okay?
Pinder had an off-track moment. Let's take a quick look. Looks like he cut the dog leg just a little bit too much. Nothing to report about. Nothing unnecessarily dangerous there.
I mean, it got a little slideways through there.
Oh, he's in the wall on turn
wall.
2. That'll give him the cursed 12 and a half, 13 and a half seconds of damage. Maybe a little bit more. He pounded the outside wall there.
We put the camera on him and the pressure got to him.
Daniel Hashey was able to get back around Dylan Bird into turns 3 and 4. 4 gave up the position. Maybe didn't want to, but not able to hug the bottom with that damage. The 32 will slide up in front. Winner to the top 15.
I don't think there are many drivers out there that really want to give up positions, even with a damaged car.
Here, a little bit of right front damage as well on Nathaniel Landwehr's car. Corey Blevins is going to try and track him down. A lot of guys going to be wanting this lap 40 stage caution to get needed repairs to their vehicles. Dylan Bird especially, he's down 10 spots. Travis DeLeon still trying to find a way around Joseph Murata. Has a good run out of 4. Looks like Murata hit the apron a tiny bit. This is as close as he's ever been. You try and take a peek into 1. Not quite, but all this battling is bringing Adam Kilday into the picture. And again, trying to get a run off the high side. Taking a peek, thinking about it, letting them know he's there. Lifting a little early, trying to get a good arc through both sides of the racetrack. The 5's going to hit that apron again. He's thinking about it, trying to take a peek through the dog leg. And Adam Kilday is right in the mix. See what he does on board here with the 14 machine. These drivers don't dare go outside of the first 2 lanes, but now they're side by side. Can DeLeon hold it up top? Yes, he can. What kind of run will he get through 1 and 2?
Ooh, that's a real wide entrance.
Way up to the top of the racetrack, trying to get a run off. Kildare using their shortest way around the racetrack. You can see the run off of turn number 2.
He's got to take him inside, but he's lifting. He's using so much tire to be... Oh, he's got to run. He's going to be on his outside again.
A decent battle here for the 17th position. Got to try and cross him over somehow.
He needs to take the run down the backstretch and like send it up his inside if he really wants to.
He's trying to find some grip up at the top side of the racetrack. You can tell De Leon starting to get a little tight behind Murata. Here comes Adam Kildare to his inside. He had to lift out of the throttle. Going to put Travis down into the 19th position. He's going to arc the corner. Can he get a run back on the 14? We have 10 laps to go on the stage next time by. A little bit further up the field, Samuel Demien and Ryan Tiller battling it out for the last stage point. Give it to Ryan Tiller. Could be crucial point needed to determine who will be our 8 playoff drivers. Further up the field, Randy Arms still tracking down Michael Jeans. And Murphy Jr. comfortable. John Furnass starting to reel him back in. We've seen this several times this season. The 82 machine comfortable on the long runs with his tire wear. Take a look at the last handful of laps, and he is definitely bringing down that gap each and every lap. He's almost a second here in the last 6 laps. And he is there with 8 laps to go left on this stage. Might be no contest. The rate of speed he was catching. Yeah, now 3 car lengths. For a stage win. Gap now down to 2 car lengths.
You think he might have gone too early though? Because not only does he have to get around him, but he's going to have to hold him off.
It's going to be hard to get around him if that 48 can stick to the bottom, but he closed in a second very quickly, so we'll see. 48 maybe not holding the bottom as well as I thought he would have been able to. 82 right up to the back bumper. Down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. He is all over this 48 machine. He's going to be able to get back to the bottom first. Going to have the run through 3 and 4. Side by side to the line. No contest. Give it to John Furnass.
Yeah, that 48 machine cannot hug the bottom. Like, you're just not getting down there.
Actually, so now let's go on board here with the 48 machine. Another twist of strategy here. Watch as he goes off into 3 and 4. He is shutting the car off. They're unsure if they can make it to lap number 40 and then getting around an extra 2 laps under caution for fuel. They are trying to save. John Furnass not shutting the car off, but potentially doing that a little bit earlier in the run. While we were watching this interesting...
Well, Evans is pitting in.
Yeah, some of these guys aren't going to be able to make it.
At least he said he's pitting in.
This is with right before the pits close. Let's see, can he get on pit road? Fine. Looks like he'll be able to. Very solid entrance there for the 13 machine.
I wonder if drivers are just now realizing, wait a minute, we can't make it.
Might have misplayed our hand here a little bit. It's Jonathan Schwartz's time to shine with the fuel-saving strategy. George Levin's the first one in. See if anyone else likes to take advantage. Furnass staying out. Top 3 all staying out. Make that 4, 5, 6. Further back, all these drivers electing to stay out as well. So just Corey Blevins pulling the trigger. We'll put him 1 lap down. Travis De Leon in all of this finally able to get around Joseph Murata, which he's been working on for the last 20 laps. Gotta feel rewarding. Got 4 cars under a blanket right here. Let's see if any one of them pull the trigger here. Looks like 66 might be a little slow through 3 and 4. Well, they're all staying out. So it looks like Corey Blevins.
The 48 has to be heavy fuel saving right now. I wonder if like his is just worse off because
he was pushing so hard. Remember, 1 lap to go in the stage. You see there, pit road is closed though. Murphy Jr. back down to 4th. No one electing to come in and pit, though. Got it on the finish line.
Glenn Murphy Jr. is gonna drop to, I believe, 5th place.
He might lose 6th.
Yeah, Randy's going for it.
And caution is out to save him. Pretty bad heartbreak there for Corey Blevins, though. Chris Pinder, I believe, ran out of fuel. So he's going to be a lap down.
He's crawling?
Hey, he's trying to crawl to his box. Don't think he's going to be able to make it. Going 15 miles an hour. Can he get to his box? Might go 2 laps down. Actually, he will, so... It looks like he actually is going to make it. Yep, he's going to get to his box, so... John Furnass, your stage winner. Let's go ahead and get Ryan Tiller in here. I know it's his wedding anniversary. Ryan Tiller, you got the YJ Media boys in the booth. How are we doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing great, guys. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Entertaining first stage there. Fuel strategy seemed to be up in the air, but only one person ended up taking the option to pit.
Oh, yeah.
How close were you to making it there?
We saved pretty decently. I guess it's just how we're running. But very solid. Sorry, I'm kind of pulling my pit box here. Very solid first little stretch there. So
absolutely, just need to come out of here with a solid top 10 like you were running most of the first stage, and you should be that 8th and final driver locked into the playoffs.
absolutely. You know, good luck on our car here tonight. I do want to take the opportunity to say, because I know my wife is watching, because I forced her to watch tonight. Happy 3 years anniversary. You've meant the entire world to me. It's awesome that you let me, you know, take our anniversary and race for the playoffs. Something that's, you know, just on a sim. So I just want to say happy anniversary, Kayla. You're the best. I love you.
Awesome. Yeah, well, 3 years, that's incredible. And obviously we know, anyone that does sim racing, they're our better half, myself, and I know that far too well.
Oh, yeah.
She lets me broadcast, you know, so I understand the feeling all too well. But yeah, awesome looking anniversary themed paint scheme there. 3 years, that's incredible. So
yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta get an EOL here. I ran out of gas somehow. This is weird.
Oh, the auto fuel. Oh no.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like this at all. I don't appreciate them putting this in the game.
Yeah, but
all right, I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, he got hit by the auto fuel bug.
Oh, and he's going to be crawling at 28 miles an hour. He's got a long way to go. I think that might have happened to Jared Lindsay as well. Because we saw him getting beaten and banging down the back straightaway. Oh, they got to fix this. But it looks like Lindsay will make it. Can Ryan Tiller make it? He's going 21. Qualified in the top 10, so he's got to get...
He's got to perfect it. You can't be slightly wrong in the box.
Looks like he'll be able to get there, though.
Williams Tiller name changed.
We'll see if he's got fuel in the pickup here. Have to monitor it when he gets out of pit road here. Lights are still on the pace car. Yeah, but Chris Pinder actually spending an extended time on pit road here. Came back down again. Looks like he's got fuel in it now. He's down in the 20th position. Adam Kilday sitting 13th, making him sweat a little bit. Yeah, having issues with that auto fuel. Not the first time we've heard that from drivers. Last week, I believe, CMS was dealing with some issues.
Yeah, they were coming over the radio. Auto fuel off, never again.
It's a good idea in practice. You know, people use it with crew chief and everything, but if it's not going to work, you can't really, you know. Not great. Not great.
I mean, we've seen the same, like, thing happen with, you know, crew chiefs. You'll have your crew chief on the box trying to check your car and everything, and it just won't fuel the car.
Gotta make sure if you click fuel that you get fuel in the car, you know, kind of need
Only
that.
hit him with a give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Give me fuel. Definitely gonna be a climb back up to the top 10 for Ryan. It's gonna be restarting in the 18th position.
That's gonna open up the door for Adam Kilday. Currently 13th if he can hold on for the next 55 laps.
Let's see here. Only man one lap down, Chris Pinder, who had a lengthy repair on pit road. Corey Blevins actually was able to get his lap back as a result of that. Everyone still on track, though, all 21 cars. John Furnass and Michael Jeans will be the front row. Jonathan Mazzela and Jonathan Schwartz the second row. Let's crank it up here as we get back to green flag action here on lap number 45. Battle for the race lead. Michael Jeans with a great run on these opening two laps after the restart. He'll take the lead of the race away. Glenn Murphy Jr. back to the third position with a big run through 3 and 4. Trying to get to that left rear of the 82 machine through the dog legs. Gonna take a peek down into 1 and 2. Back out of it. Try and get a run through the middle of the corner.
Battle for fourth back there.
And it is all kicked off after the restart. Still side by side for second. Randy Arms is loving what he's seeing. Gonna be brought right into this, and Michael Jeans is definitely loving what he's seeing.
These two really don't want to give each other an inch. They are to keep each other from wrecking, but they really don't want to.
We know that there will be one more pit stop required. Here comes Randy Arms right through as well. But there will be one more pit stop required. Right about 40 laps when we back to green, so it could just be a splash and dash inside of 10 laps to go, or does someone try and save enough fuel to get to the end? Side by side,
I don't believe anyone
back.
could save enough fuel to get to the end. They were saving on that run anyway.
And still couldn't make it to 40. Daniel Hashey was in the top 10 on that restart. Battling away with Nathaniel Landwehr. Got to hear from Kayla herself and say this was a success. Congratulations again to both of you on 3 years. Thank you for letting him race tonight. He's always puts on a good performance. Hopefully he'll do you proud in the playoffs. Look at Hashy trying to go around. Oh, he's way up the hill, though. He's trying to make a move for 9th. Might lose 10th to Nathaniel Landwehr.
Ryan says he wants more vroom.
Well, you get more vroom. Here we go. All of that, Daniel Hashy fell back to the 12th position. Ryan Tiller is trying to start his charge back up through the field. He's went from the 19th to 17th position. Adam Kildare is one spot back, 13th to 14th. Again, let's take a look at these championship standings to just show you how close this is. It was only 9 points. Every position going to make the difference here. Right now, they're only separated by 3 spots.
I believe Ryan was in the top 10 for stage points, was he not?
He did get that 10th place stage point. So knowing nothing else about their finishing positions, it's a 10-point margin that Adam Kildare is going to have to make up. Trying to make a move on Eric Shields. Ryan Tiller in the picture right behind him. Battles all throughout this field as Glenn Murphy Jr. has caught Michael Jeans. Only one car length separating your 2 race leaders. 48 trying to wrap the bottom.
Furness is actually falling back to 5th. Jonathan Mazzela was able to get around him too.
Well, let's take a look at what he's doing as he heads off into turn 1 and 2 here. Tire saving or fuel saving? Let's take a look.
I think it's potentially tire saving for a splash and go.
Just looks like tire saving, not shutting the car off, but definitely...
we might have a challenge. Murphy Jr.'s on the inside of Jeans.
Got that preferred line via John Furness. Going to be a force to reckon with on this long run, especially if these top 2 start fighting it out. Randy Arms in the mix as well. Ryan Tiller's got to be careful here. A lot of traffic directly ahead of him. I know it's Adam Kildare. You want to go get up and get around him. These guys battling hard right in front of them. Don't want to get caught up in any incidents. Going to get inside of Travis DeLeon. For the 16th position, Adam Kildare. He passed by Tony Scarbo.
It's going to open the door for De Leon and Tiller if he gets stuck up on that high side.
A little loose there out of turn 4 for the 12, but he's got the momentum. He's inside of Adam Kildare. And here comes Ryan Tiller. Almost 3 wide there.
He's on his inside.
And this is our 2 closest contenders for that 8th and final spot. Almost contact made, but they give each other enough room, enough respect here on lap 58. Not where Ryan would have wanted to finish in 16th, but if he's ahead of Adam Kildare, that's job done. Now trying to pick up more spots.
I believe the next challenger after Kildare would be Eric Shields, but he would have to have a miracle room.
Get well inside the top 5, maybe even a win. He's got some right rear damage to contend with. Great looking paint scheme though. Wawa, the Florida establishment, as my friends have informed me.
Like I say, I've heard of it on the internet, never seen one in real life.
It was so good that my friend's debit card got hacked and someone went and spent $400 at a Wawa, which is essentially Casey's or a Buc-ee's or anything like that. So it's another one of those high dining gas stations. I don't know. It's apparently
We're talking about that. Randy Arms was able to get around Jeans for P too.
We saw Michael Jeans pushing really hard off the restart. Might be struggling with his tires a bit. Gap between Randy and Glenn Murphy Jr. ahead is 1 second.
Burness was able to also get around Mazzela, so he's back in a P4 and looking to gain spots back.
Jared Lindsay on his debut up 10 spots. He's sitting 1 spot outside the top 5. 40 laps to go when Glenn Murphy Jr. crosses the stripe. Casey Brown, I believe. No, he's not. It said he was out on our ticker, but he's just struggling big time with the joys of online connectivity. Great looking paint scheme, but the internet does not want to allow us to see it. We're just trying to stay out of the way and log some laps. The closest on-track battle here is Ryan Tiller and Eric Shields.
Well, there was another one of those challengers for Tiller's 8th place in the standings, and he's gotten around him.
Take a look at how he did it. He's the preferred line through 3 and 4, drove right up underneath him. So, still not where he was in that first stage in terms of where he cycled through. Still 4 spots off of that due to an auto fuel glitch. But nevertheless, Ryan Tiller is sitting pretty for that 8th and final spot. Tell you what, Daniel Hashey's done a nice job since we went back to the restart here. He's up to 12th. He's kind of hanging around right outside the top 15, but battling for 9th at one point, and he's holding some good speed here. So good recovery for the Black Gold Racing driver. The adorable dog on the side as always. Adam Kildate trying to get back around Dylan Bird. He just got past 1 lap ago. Off of turn number 2, the 4 machine gets a good run, pulls down to the inside. No contest. Rover drove the corner ever so slightly, allowing Kildate to challenge. It looks like Kildate struggling with his tires on this longer run. Pressure from Tony Scarbo and Ryan Tiller. Just going to get a little hairy here. Side by side through the dog leg. 29 inside, 32 up top. Ryan Tiller waiting to see what happens. 32 trying to get the run off the high side. Not going to be enough to hold off Scarbo, but still side by side with Tiller for now. Too much grip on that bottom side of the racetrack. Put Ryan Tiller up to 13.
I believe we've probably entered the fuel window by now where drivers could be confident coming in, taking fuel, and making it potentially to the end of the race. If you're one of these drivers potentially struggling with your tires, when's the earliest do you think they come in?
You're definitely probably going to see one of these guys outside the top 10 try and short pit it, try and get advantage of those fresh tires and try and hold on. We saw that used to perfection last week at Bristol. Obviously, very different racetracks, but definitely we might see a Daniel Hashey who's dropped back here in the last couple of laps try something. Eric Shields with some damage might be one of these guys to try something. Dylan Bird, who had a good qualifying run, but not the race he would have wanted. We definitely could see them coming in probably anywhere from lap 70 onwards. Maybe lap 75, make it a 25-lap sprint.
I'd say Dylan Bird's definitely just suffering from that damage on the side of the car. Even if it might have been fixed, these cars are so aero-dependent.
But if you're Glenn Murphy Jr., you're Randy Arms, and you're Michael Jeans, you think you can't really sacrifice that short pit because we've seen time and time again, if you come in too early, just with the speed of these drivers, with the skill they possess, they will run you down in a hurry at the end of this thing. 1 or 2 laps can make all the difference, though. So if you're thinking it's time to pit, coming a lap ahead of your direct competitor, and have enough tires to hold on at the end, so that one lap undercut can make all the difference, especially if you're John Furnash trying to get ahead of these two cars here, Michael Jeans and Randy Arms. Be quicker to get a lap and clean air on fresh tires than try and get around both of them. Jonathan Mazzella as well. And just as we said that, Daniel Hashey is in for the final stop of the night for fresh Goodyear tires. John Furnass is in. It's like they're listening to us or something. Look at that. He knew exactly what he wanted to do there. 30 laps to go. He said, I'm coming in. I don't want to battle here. I just want to get some clean air, set some quick lap times, and get out ahead of him. So now we'll see what these guys like to do here. Do they instantly respond? It's a little earlier than we expected from their front runners, but the idea is the same. They're going to elect to stay out and go long. We'll see how long they elect to do so. Furnass will be able to close the gap and pass them the longer they go. Ryan Tiller is in.
I've seen a lot slower speeds out of Glenn Murphy Jr. going through 1 and 2. He gets down to about 130 miles an hour.
Joseph Murata is in as
he's
well.
coming in this time.
This has definitely kicked off the sequence a little earlier than we even thought. They want 4 fresh tires. Don't want to be hung out to dry. Let's see if Glenn Murphy Jr. is just going to...
Ooh, he getting it woed up. Jared Lindsay slideways coming into the pits.
Oh, yeah. Was working that wheel. Potential penalty. We'll have to see, though.
I think he got it down. He was fighting it.
Joseph Murata's out. Ryan Tiller was out with no issues. Daniel Hashey was as well. No penalties to report of there. Joseph Murata. I think Jared Lindsay does have a penalty. Yep, he's in there.
Oh.
Yeah, did not get it woed up. The only mistake on an otherwise flawless debut. That'll send him right back down the order. Corey Blevins and Tony Scarbo's in. Yep, that 18 machine not moving. Serving that speeding penalty. Came in too hot.
Yeah, I saw him get down to at least 50. Like for the commitment cone, he might be 45 here.
There's Samuel Demien, a little squirrely coming in. But now he's finally out and away. Right behind Corey Blevins.
I think Randy Arms might be calling out his pit. But John Furnass is over a second faster than Glenn Murphy Jr., who is getting it woed down to come in.
Pretty decent entry from the 48. Just a little bit awkward transition to the apron.
It is 45 miles an hour.
Michael Jeans will take the lead of the race. 3.8 seconds over Jonathan Schwartz. John Furnass has cycled out to 12th. So look at the track map here. Still a lap down, but he will unlap himself on the next handful of laps, being a second quicker. So we have the 2 machine, Brandon Massey on pit road, Adam Kilday, Travis Daly on. Jonathan Mazzella, Brandon Arm, Randy Arms. Just that lap alone, he's gained 1.5 seconds to the race leader. 35 seconds to 33. Will unlap himself here in about 2 to 3 laps. 25 laps to go. He'll cycle through to the lead. Eric Shields is in. He'll cycle through to 5th and naturally unlap himself out of turn number 2 here. Michael Jeans wisely gets out of the way. Would have been very bad if not. And the 82 machine back onto the lead lap. Next up to unlap himself is Glenn Murphy Jr.
That short pit actually gave Furnass a
4-second margin.
Yeah.
With 24 laps to go. 48's got work to do.
Look, Glenn Murphy Jr. half a second faster that lap.
We'll see here. Everyone's got plenty of fuel to make. It's purely what they do with the tires. You can see him. He enters turn number 3, as he's halfway down the back straightaway, so we'll see. Normally, John Furness is the one to pit later, so he took a bit of an aggressive strategy here. A little different than what we're used to seeing. Lap traffic could play a factor as well. We'll see what these guys out front elect to do. We're on board here with Jonathan Schwartz. Does he want to save enough fuel? He's got 25 seconds with 22 laps to go. You try and save? Not there.
I would it seems like a lot to save.
Back to green on lap 45. Don't imagine anyone's going to even try it. See how much slower these old tires are. Only the top 3 stayed out so far, Dylan Bird and Casey Brown. Hoping for a caution. Might as well take it as long as you can, especially if you're Casey Brown, whose internet has seemed to calm down, so kind of we're off cycle for most of it. So might as well hope for a caution, get you back on into the swing of things. Michael Jeans is going to be the next man to unlap himself. The consensus was lap 74 to 75, right at that 25 to go marker. A couple guys came on lap 69. Yeah, car knocking down the fence somewhere. Closest on-track
I can't
battle
find it.
is for second, believe it or not. On the older tires, Dylan Bird and Casey Brown half a second apart. As things begin to swing back into play here. Samuel Demian chasing after Jonathan Zala as well. The gap, though, when all of this, let's take a look here, and let's just show you what's going on here between John Furness and Glenn Murphy Jr. In the last 6 laps, he's gained almost 2 seconds. Maybe even a little more. At this point, it is more than 2 seconds. It's 1.2 behind. Those 5-lap fresher tires making all the difference in the world. And Glenn Murphy Jr. looking like he made a brilliant strategy call here this evening. Potentially come away with one.
Oh, Casey Brown finally coming in.
18 laps to go.
Dylan coming in this time.
No one's able to make it the distance.
I mean, Schwartz is still out there. I don't think he can make it, but he's surely trying.
You got 19 seconds to play with, so I can say out
I think he just, I have just called out over the radio that he's coming in.
Here we go. Half a second separating them. And here's why. Lap 69, lap 74. There's the difference. This will be the battle for the race lead. Jonathan Schwartz is in this time by coming to 16 laps to go. Don't believe Furness has the tire life to hold on.
If for some reason we got a late race caution, Schwartz would probably be the favorite. He's going to have the freshest tires on track.
This is the battle for the lead now. They've gotten around Schwartz.
Ooh.
A little bit of contact. 48 wiggled on the bottom.
There's no contact. 48 just lifted. He had to lift hard there.
They kept it straight, though. Now have to regroup and get another 3 car lengths on them. Coming to 15 laps to go. Keep you an update on that last playoff spot as well. Ryan Tiller has worked his way back into the top 10. Adam Kilday is 16th. Eric Shields is 14th. This is exactly what Ryan Tiller needs to do to close out this race. Get himself that 8th spot. Back up front, though. 48, Glenn Murphy Jr. making another run of it. Lap traffic ahead. could potentially play a factor as they come off at turn number 4. Side by side. Through the dog leg. They are going for it. 3 wide. Joseph Murata up out of the way. Very respectful, but it is Glenn Murphy Jr. to the race lead.
I wonder how much potential dirty air got to Furness, because he really did not put up much of a challenge for 1 and 2 there.
A 3-time winner this year already, trying to make it 4. John Furness, also a 3-time winner. Won over half the regular season races combined. But he has pulled 0.8 of a second in the lap that he got ahead. Randy Arms 3 seconds back. Jonathan Mazzella 4.5. Michael Jean 6 seconds. We'll see how far back Furness would fall. It's 3.5 seconds to fall off of the podium. Only a 1.5 seconds back to Randy Arms for 3rd.
I don't believe his tires fell off that much.
Still got the same 5-lap disadvantage. See what Michael Jeans can do, though. He's the one of the top 5 with the freshest tires, pitted on lap 77. One more look at our pitch strategy here. Next, see that 08 making some moves late here. Solid run again, though. How about Nathaniel Landwehr? Running in the 7th position. Brandon Massey in his limited starts this season. Putting in a very respectable 8th place at the moment. Daniel Hashi holding on to 12th from his short pit. Although he's got guys with faster tires coming behind him. There's the 58 of Jonathan Schwartz. Eric Shields 4 seconds back, as is Travis DeLeon. So we'll see where the 32 ends up. Looking like he might get a net gain. This time Schwartz kind of went alter to what he normally does. He normally goes aggressive and takes a set early on, but this time he waited till the very end of it. He'll be flying late to go. He could easily catch Scarbo and maybe even Ryan Tiller with 10 laps to go to get himself a top 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked by it.
And Michael Jesus caught up to Jonathan Mazzella. Randy Arms is catching John Furness inside of a second there with 9 laps to go, but it is all Glenn Murphy Jr. at the front, 1.9 seconds. As we have lapped up to the 15th position.
And these drivers still have to make their way through lap traffic, too.
Yeah, all cars still on track, though. Good to see all 21 that started. Jared Lindsay in his debut, feel for him. Running solidly inside the top 10 before a pit road speeding penalty undid his race. Eric Shields and Travis DeLeon battling away for the 14th position. There's Michael Jeans inside of Jonathan Mazzella, side by side. For 4th, those fresher tires working a charm for the 08 machine. Randy Arms half a second away from John Furness. As we approach 6 laps to go next time by.
I hear Dylan Bird saying there's an awful lot of debris in turn 3.
And that would certainly change the complexion of this race. Jonathan Schwartz has caught Ryan Tiller for 10th. Although Ryan Tiller ahead of exactly where he needs to be. Good. With 12 lap pressure tires, he made up 5 seconds in 3 laps, so he could very easily catch Corey Blevins as well. But obviously qualifying in the 2nd position. Kind of a letdown from where Schwartz is used to finishing, but still another top 10. Can't argue with consistency. Tried a different strategy this time, just didn't work. That's okay, put it in the notebook. At least you know. Randy Arms, 3 car lengths back with 5 laps to go. What kind of move do you make on what's sure to be a championship rival with 4 laps to go in the regular season finale? Take a quick look here one last time at your championship standings as they enter tonight. It's going to be very interesting as Randy Arms go for this second place, trying to lock up that regular season title, as Schwartz trying to close late to gain those 8 points that separates them. So the regular season championship has gotten interesting here in the last couple of laps. 4 laps to go. Gap now 2.5 car lengths between the 82 and the 8.
So long into this run, let's see what that 5-lap tire advantage does for him.
Schwartz 2.9 seconds behind Corey Blevins. He was 0.8 of a second quicker last lap. Going to need a little bit more. Got a driver update on Chris Pinder. Started in the 19th position. He's down to the 21st position. 5 laps down, but still on track. As we work 3 laps to go, coming to 2 laps to go. Randy Arms all over the back bumper of this 82 machine for the second position. The 5-lap pressure tire advantage. Dylan Bird and Eric Shields side by side. 2 laps to go. Give it to Dylan Bird. Back up front here. The 82 and the 8. But it was all Glenn Murphy Jr. since the pit stop on lap 74. A beautiful strategy call. As he works through 3 and 4. No lap traffic directly ahead of him. Just got to get through turn number 4. White flag in the air. Race is official.
See what Randy Arms might try and do here.
3 car lengths back. Not close enough to make a move yet.
I really kind of expected him to potentially take that wide through 1 and 2, trying to get a run.
Getting around Daniel Hashey on the last lap, but down the back straightaway for the final time. It is going to be Glenn Murphy Jr. Dominant car of the evening through 3 and 4. He will be the winner of your regular season finale, the Texas 100. John Furnass will hold off for second. Here goes Michael Jeans and Jonathan Mazzella to round out your top 5. Sammy Demien with a very good 6th place. Daniel Landwehr. Jonathan Schwartz will round out your top 10 here this evening. 100 laps, no cautions. Can't really argue with that.
Tends to be how they do things here.
Daniel Hashey holds on to a top 15. Travis DeLeon gained a position late, and there's the burnout from the 48 that we were wanting to see. Closes off the regular season in style. And we'll have all the momentum as we head into the playoffs next weekend. The round of 8 will begin at the Michigan International Speedway, so that'll be an interesting one. 48's gotten good at his burnouts. Got 4 wins already. Your race winners in this regular season: Jonathan Schwartz, Randy Arms, Josh Lambert, Glenn Murphy Jr., and John Furnass. Your race winners as they head into Michigan next week to start your round of 8. He's doing another Polish victory lap.
You give me the word and he'll be in here.
Alrighty. Go ahead and hear from your race winner. Glenn Murphy Jr. in the 48, doing a very solid Polish victory lap. Came away with a very dominating victory here this evening. Started in the 3rd position. Was racing up front all night long and did the overcut to perfection. 5-lap fresher tires than John Furnass, and made the pass for the win and didn't look back.
Yeah, it was a good night for us, man. This is statistically probably been one of my best race tracks, up there with Dover. I obviously didn't know what to expect. I haven't run here in a while. Like, pretty much say that every week. But I know some of these boys were going to be fast, and John had some pretty good speed. I just had to wait and see what I was going to have on the long run, and fortunately it worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to head into the round of 8 here with 4 wins on the regular season, a very dominating performance. Thoughts as we head to Michigan next week to kick off these playoffs?
Yeah, it's another place I haven't been to in a while. I know that there's a little bit more strategy that plays into some of these races than what we had in the past. In the past, it was kind of just we had more cars, sometimes had more cautions, but it was kind of just whoever the fastest guy won. These are a little bit more, you got to think things through. I think if we'd have caught a late yellow there within 20 to go, we'd have been toast. That's just how it plays out with these tires and stuff. But no, I'm looking forward to it, and I will, show up, try to put together the best runs that we can each week, and see where we fall.
Absolutely. Well, know you're going to be a contender for sure for the championship, so looking forward to seeing how it kicks off next week. Before we let you go, anyone you need to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
Yeah, just give a shout out to Lowe's and obviously Randy. I know he had a good run tonight. I've always kind of had good runs with him here in the past. We've worked really closely at figuring out this place is so tough in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You just kind of got to make long straightaway. But him and I work really well together, and obviously thank you guys for putting this on. I'm looking forward to some really hard competitive racing over these next couple of weeks.
Absolutely going to be an excellent showdown for the title.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Have a good one. Let's go ahead and get your second place finisher here. John Furnass finishes the regular season with 3 wins. Another one of these for sure title contenders. I came up a little bit short here tonight with the 5-lap tire difference, but nevertheless a well-earned second place finish tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, just came up a little bit short there. I messed up that second run pretty good after the stage, and was trying to do all I could do to recover. But it's just a real tight setup on a real bad track.
Such is
So,
Texas. What can you do?
yeah, no kidding, right? But it's always fun to come out and do league racing though, so I'm glad I got a chance to do that tonight and had a good time. And on to next week. Where do we race next week? Do you guys know?
We're gonna kick off the round of 8 at Michigan.
Ooh, all right.
That should be a good one.
Yeah. I unfortunately I don't think I'm gonna be around next week. That stinks because Michigan's one of my favorite tracks too.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's bad.
Well, we know you got the speed to get a race win in, so just gonna have to work even harder the next 2 weeks after Michigan. So
Yeah. We'll see what we can do to try and stay in these playoffs. It'll be fun. It'll be a challenge.
absolutely. Well, we know you got the speed to do it. As always, very impressive consistency all season long. Expect that to continue when you make your return in 2 weeks.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much. I appreciate it,
of
and
course.
we'll see you then.
Absolutely. Before we let you leave, though, as always, you're accustomed to the podium interviews by now. Anyone you need to shout out or say hi to?
Just shout out to any friends and family that might be watching the stream tonight, and want to say thank you to the league admins and to you guys for broadcasting this race, and really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate it. Have a great one.
Thanks. You too.
And then here with your third place finisher, Randy Arms. He was moving through the field a lot tonight, up 5 spots. Was in a tight battle with Jonathan Schwartz for the regular season championship as well. It's going to be really tight. He came down. You were 8 points behind him heading into tonight. He finished 10th. You finished 3rd. So put up a great fight for that. Impressive consistency throughout this regular season. And a well-earned 3rd place here tonight.
Yeah, I feel like we've had a pretty good year so far. We've been close a lot. Got a win. I think only one. Heck, I don't even remember. Maybe 2. But yeah, we just just kind of hanging around all year. So pretty good run tonight. I hate this track, but I'll be honest with you. Never been fast here, so to be able to come home 3rd and be somewhat competitive, it's almost like a win in my book.
Absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, came away with the most top 5s and most top 10s throughout this regular season, so definitely a force to be reckoned with as we head off to the playoffs next week at Michigan. What are you hoping to achieve there to start round number 1?
So that's a pretty good track for me. So I like those long sweeping corners where, there and Auto Club and everything. So just gonna try to get up front, and try to stay there. It can get kind of hard to pass on those long runs. So if we just get the track position, just try to stay up front. hopefully have a chance to win there at the end.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to seeing what you can do before we let you go. Anyone you need to shout out, say hi to for the broadcast.
Hey, yeah, I just want to say thanks for everyone that showed up so far this year. Pretty good crowd for the last race of the regular season. So I just want to say thanks to all the members and all the admins, that have helped out this year. And then say thank you guys, like I do every week, for putting on these broadcasts. You guys do an amazing job, and just I can't wait to go back and watch it every week.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate the kind words. Look forward to seeing you next week at Michigan.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you.
Yep. All right, it's time for Daniel Hashi. So this is gonna be good. I haven't talked to him in a while. Missed him last week, so gonna be happy to go down in here. Here with Daniel Hashi making his return to on-track action tonight. Hard fought 15th place with some tire strategy involved. Was up as high as 8th tonight, so was battling away. Kept the car in one piece as well, so another hard fought result for you tonight.
Yes, that was a great race, very hard race again. LSRL, a very good group of drivers. We always have a safe race. We started to discuss if we need some alternate strategy using maybe some yellows, and the conclusion, yeah, nobody will make a yellow in this grid. Everyone is so safe. So it was a very fun race. So it's good to be back. I have some family issues. My wife had a surgery, but she's okay now, so I'm ready to race again, and I'm happy again to be here. That was a very great race. I think I did some good moves. I did a very good saving of my tires in the first stint, but again, I'm not doing that well after the first stage. I don't know yet what I need to do, but this is the point that I need to improve the most.
Yeah, absolutely. We're glad to hear everything's okay with the families. That's first and foremost. So glad to hear that. And yeah, you were making some moves there, especially when we went back to greens. So always a pleasure to have you back on track.
Yes, it was a fun race. Good luck to everyone in the playoffs. We will do our best to not make anything bad to the drivers fighting for the title. We'll keep racing very safely. And again, shout out to you guys, Art and Max, again doing a great broadcast, great community, LSRL guys, and this is a great league. And I'm happy to be here, and good luck to everyone in the last stages of the season.
Absolutely. Well, always a pleasure, Daniel, and look forward to seeing you next week at Michigan.
Great guys, see you next week.
Absolutely. How we doing, fellas? You got the YJ Media booth.
Hey guys, how are you tonight?
Pretty good. Wrapped off the regular season with a 100-lap caution-free race, except for the stage break. Just wanted to get your thoughts on the regular season at hand, and as we head off into the playoffs.
Well, I tried to bring out a caution because I tried to beat that wall down a few times, but yeah,
So that's
we're just
what we
too
heard.
good. We're just too good. We can't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
But no, unbelievable season. I mean, I've said it, I don't know, numerous times throughout the season. Cleanest bunch of guys we've had. I think probably in LSRL Xfinity history. So super proud of these guys. It's been a great season. The battle up front has been awesome. The view from the back is unbelievable to watch those guys.
right.
So those dudes are just so fast. It's not even funny. But what are you going to do? It's a fun league. It's a fun season, and we'll see what the playoffs bring us.
Absolutely. Do you have a pick to win? Do you know who's going to come out on top, or
I think I'm making a comeback. I think I got him right where I want him.
Right. Very nice.
I think Murphy is obviously, probably the favorite right now.
Definitely has all the momentum heading to Michigan.
Yeah.
Brandon Massey, you've made a couple of limited starts in the regular season, picked up your first top 10. What did you see out there tonight?
Just track position was key. I qualified horrible, and then just had to work my way through the field and managed out a P8. I think we ended up being the biggest mover of the night. I think up 7 positions from a qualifying spot. So Just those dudes in the front, man, the speed zone guys are super bad fast, and they always have been. And I've not raced up until a couple weeks ago since last August with this group, and feels good to be back. I reached out to Joe and boss man Giuliano, and slowly making a return back here at home with LSRL and having a good time.
Yeah, well, absolutely glad to have you. Look good out there tonight. Hard to pass at Texas, but still up 7 spots, so a solid race from your end tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I just got to get everything back under me again and get everything figured out. We won a championship here with these guys a few seasons ago, and we're just trying to get everything back to where we used to be. And when you take so much time off, I mean, from back late August, September of last year, all the updates, the cars changed, the handling's different, everything's just different. So I'm just trying to really get the feel back that I had before, and just make progress and see if we can't maybe battle for a championship next season with these guys.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to it.
Thank you, guys.
And his Larry pace.
Yeah, with the rest of the speed
we
zone
used to race
esports
against him a
guys,
lot,
how we
Randy.
doing,
Remember?
fellas?
Glenn,
Yeah.
hush.
Sorry about that. I should give warning. I never do, though. Ryan Tiller, I believe you did enough tonight to get yourself that 8th and final playoff position.
I believe the word on the street was that I did get in, so I'm very happy. The good luck charm of the highlighted blue 3 did the wonders tonight, so
Absolutely.
it's a good feeling.
Yeah, had some trouble there right as we were talking to you with the auto fuel, but able to come back down again, get it topped off, and it was off from there. But able to salvage an 11th place finish. Probably should have been a top 10, but did exactly what you needed to do to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, very frustrating. If iRacing's listening, which they're definitely not, but I just want to go ahead and tell them that auto fuel thing is very stupid, and I feel like we should have the opportunity to shut it off at the beginning. Like I said, if they're listening, and I know they're not, but I'd appreciate it. So
yeah. Jared Lindsay, you made your debut here tonight. You were very quick. Pit road speeding penalty. You were too quick on pit road, though, unfortunately. But you were very quick in your debut. It was a pleasure to watch you. You were making moves at Texas when it's hard to do so, but it was a pleasure watching you out there tonight.
Yeah, I need to start coming back and spending some more time with these guys. These guys are great to race with. They taught me a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Jonathan Schwartz, I don't have the official points up in front of me yet. I don't know off the top of my head who came out ahead with the regular season championship. It was between you and Randy going at it, so it's going to come down to the wire.
I'm not sure, Randy, you know yet?
Yeah, I just got him updated, and Schwartz got it by 5 points.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
man. So here with your
Hey,
regular season
Those
champion.
stage wins are the key.
Absolutely,
Yep.
yeah. Came home 10th tonight. Waited a little bit too long to pit. But all those alternate strategies earlier in the season paid off and ended up with a regular season title.
Yeah, you know, when I know I'm struggling, I gotta get as many points as I can, so I try to get those stage points.
Absolutely. Well, you did it better than anybody. Almost every week taking a stage win. So it paid off. Got yourself the regular season title. But yeah, you guys were a force throughout this regular season. Excited to see what you guys can do in the playoffs next week at Michigan.
heck yeah, see you then.
Absolutely. Dylan Bird, you got a copy?
Yo.
How we doing tonight? You looked very racy in the first handful of laps, first stage. Obviously, then the damage to the right front of that car slowed you down pretty much. But able to salvage a 13th place though, even with that damage, well earned out there tonight.
Yeah, I was an idiot. Put it in the wall. I think coming off 2, and pretty much ruined it. Was hoping to get a late caution there. A bunch of debris in turn 3. We never caught it though.
Yeah, I heard Art call it out. He said track
I'm
was
pretty
clear
sure.
though.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I seen a transmission up there in the entry turn 3.
There's Josh Williams parked on the start finish line or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but to salvage 13th though, with the amount of damage you had, I think It speaks to the grit of the BN Motorsports team, though.
Yeah, Josh missed the start. He was able to come in and kind of crew chief for me a little bit, and we worked up that strategy to try to get a decent finish. You know, I know that the points is pretty much done. I missed a couple of races this season, but just trying to do the best we can with the bad Newsweiser Chevrolet.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, looking forward to seeing what you guys can do next week at Michigan for sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, that'll cap off the regular season. Glenn Murphy Jr., John Furnash, Randy Arms, your podium here this evening. Let's take one final look at your race results. And all right, what are your final thoughts on the regular season here for LSRL?
You know, they ended it the way that it's been most of the season. Real clean, real respectable. Just some of the best racing on iRacing.
Absolutely.
Very like really enjoyed that little presentation we got at the stage. The confession of love. It's always fun.
What do you know about love? Well, you love Taco Bell, so there you go. I had to do it. But yeah, there's your race results. All 16 cars on the lead lap. All 21 did finish on track. All the way down to Chris Pinder, who I believe also had an auto fuel issue, though. I saw him on pit road for multiple stints. So probably haven't. I think he had the same issue last week at Bristol. That might have been De Leon, though, so unsure. But CMS boys did just making sure I didn't miss them. They are not in chat tonight. Unfortunate. Always a pleasure talking to them. But yeah, there's your race results. Congratulations to Glenn Murphy Jr. on the race win. Congratulations to Jonathan Schwartz on the regular season title. We will be back Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern for the Rod Card Truck Tour. And the next Monday night at Watkins Glen, 8:30 Eastern, the Affinity Racing Series. And the next Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern, for the opening round of the LSRL playoffs at Michigan. Y'all take care, and we'll see you Friday night.